Hello, Lesbian Central. It's Thursday, and that means it's Thirsty Thursday. I don't think that's what Thirsty Thursday means, but I love me some Pepsi. This week, we're talking about when people say that being gay is just a phase, and I basically think that this has come about because a lot of the times people that come out as gay maybe come out a little too soon, or maybe because sexuality is so fluid, they, dated a girl once and came out as gay because they were really attracted to that girl, but then, that girl was actually the exception for them, so they aren't actually gay, but they're fluid. They have, they could fall in love with multiple people of different genders, etc. I knew a girl that I went to school with that started dating a girl. She was like talking to her and telling me about how, like, how she likes her and everything. And I didn't think for a minute that this girl was gay. Like I knew that she liked men. But, I was completely accepting of the fact that she wanted to date a girl. I thought it was cool, and I really liked the girl that she dated, who actually I'm still friends with. But they broke up, and now I think she's back to dating guys, as far as I know. That's fine. But while she was with the girl, she was always like, "Oh, I'm a big homo. I'm so gay." La 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 la. But she wasn't really gay. So it's people like that that people might look at and say, "Oh, see, it was just a phase." But I disagree. I don't think that for her it was just a phase. I think that for her it was just, like, she is the kind of person that is very open about her sexuality, and if she felt attracted to a girl and that girl was attracted to her, then she would just go with it because she doesn't care what people think, blah, blah, blah. I'm sure that her parents, however, are referring to this whole thing as just a phase, and now she's, back to normal and all that stuff. But if that's you and your parents are telling you it's just a phase, you need to open up and tell them about yourself. I don't have a very close relationship with my parents. I think that my parents would benefit from me explaining to them the journey of coming to this realization that, like, I am gay. Because there's a process, that you go through. Kind of like Sky said, you don't just, like, one day wake up and realize you're gay. I mean, although when you realize it, it does seem like quite an epiphany and, like, it just hits you. But most of the time, before that, like, have thought, a little while that you might be gay. I'm kind of feeling like I have these feelings. I could be gay, sort of thing. So, if your parents are telling you it's a phase, you really do need to explain to them that you've gone through a process within yourself where you've, battled what the truth is as far as what your sexual orientation is, and explain that sexual orientation is just that. It's how you're oriented. Oh, remind your parents that sexual orientation is not the same as sexual preference. When people ask me, "What's your sexual preference?" I will respond, "Often." But if you ask me what my sexual orientation is, the answer will be different. Because they're not the same thing. I do prefer women, but a preference is a choice. Like, if I could choose between Pepsi and Coke, I would prefer Pepsi. But I'll drink either. And it's not, like, devastating if I had to drink Coke. It's a little devastating, but it's not like, it's not like I would feel, like, lost about who I am if I'm drinking Coke instead of Pepsi. It's just not like that. But when it comes to gender, there are people who, feel that they only connect, relate, and are attracted to a single gender. And if that gender is the same sex, it's not a preference. They didn't make that decision, or they didn't make a choice. Yeah, you can make a decision to not, like, respond to what you feel inside. You can try to pretend like that's not who you are, but that's not making it your preference. That's hiding your sexual orientation. Anyway, yeah, it really is Thirsty Thursday. I'm super thirsty. We had another topic, and it's people in the LGBT community having kids. I don't really know what the angle is supposed to be on this topic, but I'm still undecided whether I want to have kids, because sometimes they annoy the hell out of me, and other times I think they're super cute. I mean, I really like working with kids, but I mean, You can't escape them if you have them. So, actually, I've done some research on same-sex parenting. Same-sex parents are just as capable of having and raising children well, than any other type of family structure. And research supports this. I know that it's a difficult thing because, like, for me, when I think about it, I think, oh, it's going to cost so much money because we're going to have to do, like, artificial insemination, or, like, going to have, like, my eggs and her eggs and, like, I don't know, like a dozen eggs and somebody else's sperm, and I don't have sperm, and I don't really know what to do about that, but there's really, like, some way or another, it'll hopefully work out. We can adopt, or we can do it, you know, the messy, like, that way, you know? So yeah, I mean, there's no reason why you shouldn't have kids if you want to have kids. Like, if it's been in your plan that you want to have kids, and your partner wants to also have kids, then, you know, you just have to look for the steps and figure out how to go about doing that. You might end up having kids later in life than you initially might have hoped, when you were thinking it would be as easy as, you know, one day you peed on a stick and were like, oh shit, I'm pregnant. You know, that it's different, you know, when you go into it, knowing that it's not going to happen accidentally. You really do need to plan it, but that doesn't make it a bad thing. So, I don't know, just do what you want. Don't worry about no one else. That's not proper English, but I'm not English, I'm American. Thirsty. By the way I'm acting, you probably think that I am drinking alcohol, but I'm not. Alright, well, I'm gonna let you go. This has been a freaking long video. See you guys next Thursday.